Good morning everyone. So in this video we are going to see about threshers and its components and its working. First let's see what is threshers. The operation of detaching the grains from the earhead, cob or pole is called threshing. It's basically the removal of grains from plant by striking, tearing, threading or rupturing. The threshing can be achieved by rubbing action, impact and stripping. Power thresher is a machine which threshes the crop and performs several other functions such as feed the harvest crop to the threshing cylinder, thresh the grain out of the earhead, separate the grain from the straw, clean the grains and make busa suitable for animal feed. Components of thresher: drive pulley, fan or blower, feeding tube, spikes, cylinder, concave, flywheel, frame, towing hook, upper sieve, lower sieve, transport wheel, suspension layer, can pulley, shutter plate. Functional components of threshing unit. A power thresher essentially consists of feeding unit, threshing unit, cleaning unit, power transmission unit, main frame and transport unit. The operation of conveying the cut crop into the threshing unit is known as feeding. Normally, one of the two types of feeding unit, throw-in type or hold-on type, is used in power thresher. In throw-in type feeding unit, the cut crop is pushed into the threshing cylinder, whereas hold-on type, the head is only pushed into the cylinder and straw is manually or mechanically held. Throw-in type feeding device is quite common in threshers, which may be a feeding crop hopper or feeding chute. Feeding hopper. In this type of feeding device, there is a hopper placed on the top of the threshing unit. Generally, hopper type of feeding unit have a rotating star wheel mechanism between the hopper and the threshing drum to facilitate the uniform feeding of crop to the drum. The initial cost of this system is high, hence is mostly used on the large thresher. Example, axial 4 thresher of large capacity. Threshing unit. The threshing is accomplished by the impact of rotating pegs mounted on the cylinder over to the earhead with force out of grain from the sheath holding it. In the threshing of wheat crops, the straw is also bruised and broken up by the impact, thus converted into straw. Threshing unit is mainly consists of cylinder and concave. There are different types of cylinders such as spike tooth or peg tooth cylinder, rasper type cylinder, angle bar type cylinder, wire loop type cylinder, cutter blade or syndicate type cylinder, hammer mill type cylinder. Spike tooth cylinder. In this type of threshing drum, there is a hollow cylinder made up of MS flat. Over to it entire periphery, a number of spike or pegs of square or round bars or flat iron pieces or welded or bolted. Nowadays, in most of threshers, round peg with adjustable length are used. The spikes are stacked on the periphery of the drum for uniform threshing. The crop is fed along the direction of the motion of the rotating drum. The spike tooth cylinder are available in various sizes. The spike tooth cylinder with spikes of flat front and streamlined back has low energy consumption. Rasper type cylinder. In this type of cylinder, there are slotted plates which are fixed over to the cylinder ring in such a way that the direction of slot of one plate is opposite to other plate. This type of cylinder is commonly used in threshers. It gives better quality of busa and it can be used for a wide variety of crops like wheat, paddy, maize, soya beans, etc. Wire loop type cylinder. In this type of threshing drum, the There is a hollow cylinder over which a number of wooden or MS plates are fitted. On these plates, number of wire loops is fixed for threshing purpose. This type of cylinder is common in the manually operated paddy thresher, holding the bundle against the loop of revolving cylinder, thus threshing of paddy crops. Hammer mill type cylinder. It uses beaters to do the required job of threshing. The shape of this type of cylinder is different from the above discussed cylinder. The beaters are made up of flat iron pieces and are fixed radially on the rotor shaft. Generally, feeding cute are used with hammer mill type threshing unit. The cut crop is fed perpendicular to the direction of motion of rotating beaters. This type of thresher requires more power as compared to spike tooth type thresher. Syndicate type. The threshing unit assembly is provided at the rear portion of the machine. The clearance space between the cylinder and the concave is adjusted according to the requirement. As the stalk passes through the clearance space, the grains get separated from the head due to impact action between the teeth. Angle bore cylinder. It is equipped with angle iron bars helically fixed on the cylinder. The bars have rubber pads on its faces. The concave unit is fixed with rubber faced shelling plate and steel jacketed rubber bars. The clearance between the cylinder and the concave unit at the entrance is from 13 mm to 19 mm and reduces to 6 to 9 mm only. Concave. Cylinder and concave together make the threshing unit. It separates the grain from the crop and removes grain from the straw. Concave is provided in the thresher to hold the feed crop inside the threshing chamber and allows only grains and small amount of shaft to pass through it. The threshing takes place only in this place. It is a curved unit made up of iron, steel or iron bar fitted near the threshing cylinder. The clearance between cylinder and concave is adjustable depending upon the size and type of grains. The concave clearance for wheat is 5 to 13 and for paddy is 5 to 10 mm. As the concave clearance is reduced, the threshing efficiency increases, but losses increases and vice versa. The concave clearance at the inlet is less as compared to outlet. There are different types of concave which are used in thresher. Screen type concave. It is made up of MS rod. It is semi-circular in shape and sometimes made with wire also. The screen allows the material after threshing to pass through its perforation. Perforated concave. In this, perforations are made in the mild steel sheet. The concave is closed from both the ends by iron sheet. The size of perforation is made as per the size of grains of a crop. Cleaning unit. This unit is provided to separate the grains from chaff. It further uses subunits like aspirator or blower, sieves and sieve shaking mechanism to separate out grains from chaff. The thresher that is provided with aspirator unit is usually called aspirator type thresher. Those thresher fitted with the blower which blows air in horizontal direction is called drummy thresher. Blower or aspirator. After threshing, unit carries out threshing. The cleaning and separation of straw from grains is required. The fan is generally installed on the main shaft over its cylinder, flywheel and driven pulley or mounted. Fan lids or suck the lighter material shaft and other plant portions are thrown away from the outlet. Rest of the separation cum cleaning is done by screening with its oscillating motion. Screens. Most of the power thresher are equipped with two screens. Top screen is provided so as to pass the grains to second screen and chaff etc. is taken out from it. Other screens leave out the smaller grains or wheat seeds and deliver the cleaned grain towards outlet. The size of screen hole is selected on the base of the grain size. These screens are effective when kept under oscillation. Shaking mechanism. The screens are oscillated or shaken with a crank attached to the screen. This crank is powered from main axle either by belt or by rod. The circular motion of the main shaft is converted into oscillating motion of screen, which shake it and separate the grain from other foreign material and chaff. The separating effectiveness depends on the frequency of stroke of crank, which is adjustable. Power transmission unit. Threshers are usually powered with tractor and sometimes with electric motor or diesel engine also. After installing the thresher into the threshing floor in the field, tractor PTO shaft is coupled with a flat pulley. A corresponding matching pulley of appropriate size is provided over to the thresher main shaft. This pulley are connected with a proper rating of flat belt and thresher is operated. Blower fan is provided into the main shaft of the thresher, which rotates and does the required job. The screen are oscillated with the help of a V belt and a crank wheel powered with main shaft of thresher. A heavy flywheel is also provided on the main axle of the thresher. It is very important part of any thresher. It is provided to store the energy to supply continuously and equally to the entire threshing unit. It is made up of cast iron and fitted on one end of the main shaft of the thresher. Main frame. Very strong frame is provided in the thresher on which all the functional parts are attached. The frame is made usually of heavy angle iron section. It should be strong enough to sustain vibration of machine during its operation in the field. Transport wheels. Thresher is provided with wheels at its legs so that transportation can be done easily. These wheels are made mostly with cast iron, but new and large capacity threshers are equipped with pneumatic wheels for better performance during transportation. Thresher adjustments. Cylinder and concave. Cylinder and concave at clearance. In order to get cleaned grains and proper threshing, it is very important to set proper clearance between tip of cylinder and concave. Concave. On an average, concave clearance is between kept about 25 mm at the mouth to 10 mm at the middle and 15 mm at the rear end. Start operating the thresher by keeping proper recommended speed and check if any grains is left in the ears. If it's so, reduce the concave clearance gradually until drum is threshing cleanly. Too close concave setting is likely to crack some of the grains. Cylinder speed. The drum of the thresher should be rotated at proper speed for better threshing and cleaning efficiently. Normally, manufacturers specify the cylinder speed for different crops. The cylinder speed can be checked using tachometer. Operators should check the speed occasionally under load for proper functioning of thresher. The cylinder periphery speed of the wheat is kept between 1520 to 1830 meter per minute, and for paddy between 370 to 920 meter per minute. Fan adjustment. Fan fitted on the thresher must provide the proper amount of blast. The shutter at each end of the fan should be adjusted properly so that it could provide blast sufficient enough to remove chaff and light material without grains. Watching the sample and adjusting the blast can help in getting the desired result. So in this video we have seen about all the components and working part of the threshers and different types of its parts. Thank you.